This is going to be the intro to part 2 of the Mustang, 67 Mustang. I'm using GoPro. I'm using GoPro's cloud service to upload these videos, and I'm pretty sure the original intro to show how all this was done corrupted or something. All that shows on the cloud is the little 4 GoPro squares for what I'm assuming is the intro video. It's the earliest video on this one. Square, square, square. Square, 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 and you can't do nothing with it. Great, just great. Anyway, in part 2, we removed, well, I guess the end of part 1, we took this floor pan off, showed you the issues. Part 2, we fixed the issues. We replaced the floor support, did a little work on the frame rail, boxing in the bottom because it was rotted out, and the torque box. Tip, make sure your GoPro files upload, but I don't see how you could do it because I could do it, I guess, because I have it set to when it uploads, it deletes off the camera. Maybe I ought to change that. It's convenient, but not very convenient if you don't get your footage. Anyway, part 2. I'll show you how we got here to this point, because this is way after some other stuff that's coming. Seat pans, there's repairs, rear frame rails have been repaired, new springs, and this is the intro to part 2. That's part 3, 4, 3 and 4, back there. Why do I computer? Why do I do it? Without further interruptions to the video recording process, let's show how all this was done. We need to get these spot welds broke. We're going to get this out of here before we can repair this. This is going to stay, but we need to fix the bottom of it, box it in. We can slip the new piece in, clean all this up, smooth that out. Torque box goes on this frame, then the floor, then the toe extension. Oof. No one's going to start on this. Unbolt the fuel lines.
The middle part we're going to hammer down and attach to the frame too.
The middle part of what? Oh yeah. Figured it would, the floor would be attached here. I'm really not seeing it, but we'll repair all this, clean it up, attach the floor to it, new floor to it also, because I think you would want it attached there. It may have been. That looks maybe like an old spot weld. So I guess if you want to get started on the fuel line, get this emergency brake out of the way since it's just cut. What is this? The choke? Oh no, it's the fresh air vent. This one will stay, this one will go because we got to replace stuff in there. So we're going to start on all of that. How do you open a Yankee hood? It's got a dual master cylinder. You know what that means?
No.
Got 2 hydraulic reservoirs. Why would you think that as an engineer versus just one for brakes?
Make it easier on it.
Redundancy. One's for the front, one's for the back.
Oh.
That way if you break one line, it doesn't hose all of them.
Still works.
Well, half of them.
Half of it.
Is that going the right way? It's usually not. It's somehow miraculously 100% always the other way. Yay! Did that clear out there?
Yeah. Except for cable stuff.
Well, can you just rip it out at you? I should be able to come out. I cut it off the other day. So we'll salvage, store all this, because we'll put it back because it's an emergency parking brake. No, it's probably never going back. So take off the top of this down to this rail. Just don't go too crazy into that. I mean, we can fix it. Don't worry. I have a welder. So you can kind of start to see the crack of the weld, seam of the weld. I don't know what I'm seeing there. You see that? It's peel off now. I think we'll cut this off and just bend it, and that way we can get at these 4, and that should free this all the way up to where we could start basically cutting it off of there. Then we can rebuild that guy, put the new floor back, and that'll all be good until we have to decide we're cleaning up there. You can pull, you can poke, even if it doesn't matter. If you don't be afraid if you're gonna go through it. Like I went too far, but we'll just add some metal back. Yeah, just test it. Yeah, grab it with the, like I said, that was big green pliers. Here, I can give you do it. Cause you got it. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's just about the right depth. If not, you can use the screwdriver and beat it off. There's this thing, cold chisel, you can beat that with. These will kind of give you a different angle. So I would just cut it, and it looks like there's hardly anything right there. Just cut right there, then bend that flap out of the way. Then we can grind on these four. You either use your favorite pliers or hammer or whatever. Just be careful of sharp edges everywhere. That's probably good enough. Fortunately, it looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's like 10 spot welds holding the back side of there onto that.
Just take this,
yeah, whatever way you can get those four, break those four loose.
see 1, 2.
There's 2 below those in there.
Oh yeah.
Almost look like there's 2 flaps. Look like it's. We'll just box that back in. But see, there's the flaps where the 2 spot welds were.
Yeah.
Yeah, we ain't dealing with that. I don't know why it rusts. Don't know. All that crap. But now there's a flap on the bottom that continues on.
Cuts.
That's pretty good. I must admit. Think you can do a perfect cut along this,
Oh, yeah.
and then along that. This is the edge of
Only
the
half? Is the flap end halfway or something?
right here where it's
Oh, where it's bending.
yeah, where it's bending on. That's how
Yeah.
strong that flap is.
Yeah.
That's why we'll rebuild this, but if we can keep that flap,
Mm.
so maybe save the flap. You're pretty good with that grinder. Yeah. Some surgeon skills. You see what I do? You see all the spot weld along that. I think we can cut that one pretty much off because this is pretty bad. We'll rebox it. I really don't want to break all them welds. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 7, 8 welds, top and bottom. Now we can just cut it off to get this whole mess out of here.
Yeah.
See that bracket?
Just get this piece out somehow. But yeah, I did.
Just go through the bracket. Just if you can't, can you get through there? You want me to do it?
Not very easily.
Let me try it from over here. Maybe I can. Got some area cleaned up. All the metal shavings and 49% of the floor pan. We got it all out of there. Or floor support out of there. I'm gonna go ahead and get these spot welds. This is the bottom of the floor support. It's spot welded to this. We just cut it out to get rid of it because couldn't really get down in the channel, but now we can. And I was gonna leave it, but it's easy. We'll get rid of it. Trim some of this back so I can make welds to this to fix those cuts in there. Soften some of these edges so they're not wanting to kill you. And I think what we decided we would do, see the problem. Cut along here all the way through this on both sides. Oh, it'll drop all that bad crap. Rebuild this U into this and then slip the floor back over it again and weld it back. And that should give us some rigidity back to this at least. And then we can tackle someday, probably not today, cleaning all that up to get the torque box back in there. It should be sitting much better on this side. That's better. Cut out that stuff. Maybe start on that. Get in there. Those don't want to kill me. That kind of does. Now we can fix that. Now we can get a welder in here, clean all this up, strengthen that. Looks like there's a rod under there, or a brake line, I think, maybe. So that's great. I'll cut through that too. So how do we straighten that up? I'm just trying to clean that up a little bit so it's not so jagged. We'll probably put a piece like that right over it. It'll look better, feel better. Camera pulses with this light. The strobes, we don't like that, so we'll get rid of it. I've only stuck it in the wheel once and broke it. We'll get rid of that because it's annoying. So we're gonna get scientific here. Use a tape measure. I'm gonna use centimeter. Yeah, I know I'm gonna use centimeters. I'm just trying to get an idea how much we're cutting off. 6.6. See how easy that is? Or it's 2 and 14 little lines. 6.6. Done. So side will be approximately 6.5. I think it'll be fine. We got a little bit of fudge room. Cut that off. Cut that off. And rebuild that. Then we can start adding metal. What a nice concept. Pretty dry. That's good. I don't trust it. Now will you move? Get out of my way. Oh, maybe we can move it side to side. I think the line's still decent. I mean, it's only got a little bit of rust. It's only pinched off right there. Okay, maybe we need a new fuel line. I'll get you a little further back. I'll cut the easy side and then I'll let Nolan cut the other side. Safety things are annoying. Safety's off. Well, I don't like running that, not having that thing on there to divert that. Like staring at that blade. That did it, I think. Should have. I don't need that. Perfect. Better. I did this side, you're supposed to do this side. My mask is stuck on the thermometer cable.
I think you need a car lift or something.
I have one, kind of. Well, what? Man, this stupid exhaust right in the way.
Does this have exhaust in the back?
No, that's cut off right about here. Right in my way.
It's like, I swear I didn't notice him.
I got a hose hanging down here. I have no idea what that's for.
I saw a TikTok on 67, exhaust are pointing down. Is that how it normally is?
Can you get me, you know, the hammer, the orange drill, the little loud one? It's over on my workbench. Wait! And then in the drawer, the left top bottom, black, long, cut it out enough to get out of my way. No, it might work. So give me the loud guy and...
Sawzall?
No, the ratchet, the drill. And then in the bottom top left, there's some blackwoods. I need like a 9/16 or a 5/8. I'll just come out. I need a few things. You have that orange sawzall on top of the toolbox? Surgery. It's hitting the battery, of course. Fixed. Holy mouse. The exhaust is full of mouse. Little devils. What is this thing? Hey, I can get this in here now a little bit more. That was fun. So this is the piece we just cut out, what I'm calling the front frame rail. The floor supports fit onto this, which this is what was left of the floor support. You can see the spot welds. It looked like, I'm thinking this was a patch some time ago. That obviously didn't help. So this would be to the front of the car and this would be to the back. I'll try to recreate that by cutting out this steel, 1/8" plate steel, side, bottom. We'll recreate the box, fit it, see if it fits in the car and weld it in. I'm gonna get cutting all this out. Just gonna use the cutoff wheel. Should be good and strong. Better than that guy. Then once we get that in, we can put this back, and that way that corner in there will all be tied back together. Then we can start working on getting the fender off, fixing the rocker panel, getting that old torque box, what's left of it, out of there and cleaned up, and then fit it back in, put the floor in, do that side. Yay. Got the 3 pieces cut. make up that frame rail that went away. And this is the new floor support that will get replaced. Floor support is higher than the original. I was thinking about welding it out here, because it'd be a lot easier just to tack, at least get it tacked together, and then weld it all out here. It might be easier to put it in the car one at a time, up in there one at a time. I don't know, but that's all got to be cleaned up. So I'm going to start cleaning that stuff up so we can get welding. I think I'm going to do it in the car. Changed our minds, or Nolan changed my mind. I'm going to weld it in here, tack it all up here and weld it in good. Weld it because I can clean these bottom joints better. My bad welds, otherwise I'm going to have to clean it while in the car, under the car, and I don't really want to do that. So we're going to weld it out here. Welding it right here. We're doing it here. In theory, it should be tacked. Put down some metal. It's very ugly, but not nearly as good as gas.
Looks different.
Yeah, it should be cleaner. See if I can get a little more dialed in and you can do it better. I did not notice settings on this. Soundy one, I think. Sounded good. Bad, putting out so much metal. Basically just trying to spot weld it all the way down. It's best if you spot weld here, spot weld here, spot weld, spot weld, spot. Because it gets, I mean, this is pretty thick steel. When we start getting into the sheet metal, even thinner, then it'll warp. If you want, so here's the two, like this is a very primitive welder. This is the wire speed. If you think you need more wire coming out or less, again, I can't figure this gas out yet. It's the only second I haven't done it, but if the fans are bothering you too, guys can't weld outside in the wind because it blows the gas away. So this gets, so I did turn the fan up, if you notice there's a difference. It looks pretty good. Those look pretty good. Good test piece. Like, so this is, it's easier on thicker metal too, so you're not blowing through it, but we're gonna have some sheet metal we're gonna have to dial it in too. How's our frame coming?
So how did your piece, even though it had less welds?
Have what?
Like I think this is your side.
We're just practicing. It is practicing. It fit. Hey, look at there. Squeezing together like that, and we're gonna drill holes in here, you know, like they did. And we'll fill them holes, welds, and we'll weld it to each other. We're getting there. Are you happy with it? Or you want to practice a little more on those, filling those in? You get it like that, it's fine. It'll be, it's just a little crooked. It's fine. The whole car's crooked. I'm gonna make that squeeze together. That'll fit now. Good? Agree? Fits. It's got like an ozone smell.
I know. That looks a little better. That's pretty much it.
Better?
It's perfect.
You think that's perfect?
Yeah, it's lined up on that other side.
It's really hard to hold. I need 14 hands. Okay, let's see.
Staying.
How about I hold it, you weld it?
I have a glove.
I can't see over there. Can you reach over there and tack it along there when I push up?
That's all I can reach.
It's looking better. Not great in there, but hey, it looks better. I'll show you what we did. Just test fitting. So there's the new channel or frame we boxed in. See it over there. We just got it kind of tack welded in, but it was pretty wide on the back side, back along here on both sides. So we just split the box, pinched it together, and re-welded it. And it fit a lot better. But again, it's just tacked in there. We're just kind of getting it in place. I think we can do some more welds, at least along on the inside here. And here, maybe back along them joints back there would be nice, but pretty good stretch. But we'll get the outside all finished up nice. To get it completely finished, we need this piece kind of out of here, so we can do this corner and get that all cleaned up. I'm gonna take the fender off to remove that, but fits. So this is the new guy, new floor support. About it right there. Slips right in. We'll take a little massaging, but again, I think this is taller than the old one. so it's a little bit of a gap there. But again, we're also, I think it'll go up a touch more. We're sitting on welds that need ground off. Plug weld that to that eventually. We'll drill this out, weld this in, plug weld it, plug weld the bottom. We'll need to find this tab, put 2 holes here to drill out. That'll be it. New floor support, new unrotted. It's certainly looking better. You wouldn't even know if you didn't see my bad welds. We're leaving those. We'll get rid of those. It's working good. Looking better. I gotta get to be a better welder. So I gotta do some grinding. All right, so here's where we're at with this. You can see it's all sealed up with Pour 15. And way back there is just rust reformer because I couldn't reach back there. So I just gassed myself out and sprayed it. Sides all ready. All the welds are ground off. I did add these little tabs. Fixed the cross brace there. Floor support. I drilled out holes to plug weld. I put Pour 15 inside of it. Holes for these. Hopefully they're close. Holes for the bottom tab. We're going to see if we can fit this in there. At least get it tacked in there. And then maybe get the fender off. Start in that mess. First fit, we'll see. Too much paint though. So it's hitting the bottom. We're clean on pinching her together. Gap here. I wish that was a little better, but I think it's because these are higher. It's hitting the bottom tab. Might get a jack under it just to push on that. I'm going to put the floor jack under the frame there. So push the floor support up. What'd that do? I just think it's because these are higher. I don't know. I say we just fill it with metal. So go with it. These devils. Seems good to me. Weld it. Let's do it. I'm gonna go ahead and box what I can get in there, and maybe along the top of the rail back there. Have to clean that off. Note to self: don't use Pour 15 in areas you can't get at. Just leave it metal and weld. Continue wire brushing this, and then weld up there too. I wish I didn't need a mask for weld. Tacked in for now. Tacks everywhere, plug welds, and I think until we can get that torque box out of there, can't really get at that other corner. We deleted the fender, so now we can see things. My nemesis, the flashlight, would show up. That thing just drives me crazy. Oh yeah, it's over there. Put the pointer on. It's kind of interesting, some stuff. There was a lot of bolts holding things on. Had to take the trim off because, well, I probably didn't have to actually, but I had to raise that because that was holding the fender on. Then these two, and I probably should have videotaped it because only half of them were there, but I filled up a whole bowl of bolt holding that fender on. But it all came off. It's got the original splash guard. That's cool to see. So I guess we'll start top down. The front all looks good. That all looks good. That doesn't look so good. But that's easy fix. These come right off. It's I think a splash guard is what, I don't know what they call it. Shock tower brace. I don't know, something. But it's got some weird patches under there. They cleaned up. The cowl's good. Cowl is good. It's pretty dirty in there. Needs a good cleaning. That's all good. That's great. And start getting into that damage. Probably time for the crusher. A little bit of rust on that splash guard, but that'll come right off. Those usually are gone. That looks pretty original. Here's the firewall damage that we need to fix. I'm calling that firewall. I don't know if that's right. Fender area. This is the back of the torque box. That's all that's left of it. So once we get this out of here, we can get down to our frame rail better and be able to weld it, finish weld all that up. But all this looks good. All in there so far. The shock tower's good. Just got strange rust issues. I guess probably normal rust issues maybe, I don't know. Oh yeah, it's got a Budweiser can patched up in there. That's good. There's issues with the rockers, okay? But we'll clean that up, fix all that up. It's just full of mouse crap. We'll redo all that. But that's why I wanted the floor put back together, because I didn't trust this as holding the car all together. There's some weird patches here and there, and the torque box missing. We'll call it a night. So we got that guy kind of tacked in there. Hopefully that torque box will slip in there. No, it won't. We're back at it. Trying to get this old torque box out. I've got most of it cleaned up here. I did it off camera because a lot of grinding. But I got it kind of peeled off here. So I think we just need to get this cut out from the other side and then get this repaired if we need to, or figure out a way what we're going to do with this, and then probably this little bit that's missing. Figure that out. 1, 2, 3 spot weld, 4 back here. I'll probably just cut that off, zip that off, and hopefully that'll come out of there. It won't. That was a method. 3 of them. And there's another one back here. I have no idea how I'm going to get. So that's the process. Over and over again. Try to separate something over here. I might just cut it and then grind it off. So here's where it was welded on the inside. Until where I beat it and cut it and ground out those welds. Got this side separated up to here-ish. It's just the top now, and then these holding it in. This is all holy. It all needs replaced anyway. I think if we can cut that, hopefully it comes off, and then maybe wiggle it back and forth. That's my plan. So I like to just cut along this corner. We're getting some loosageness. We need a lot of meat there, and I think this corner maybe there. I'm going to keep working on that. Hopefully that separates, and then we can just wiggle it and clean all this up. It's getting closer. Almost there. Yay! All better. That's all that was left of the torque box. Only minor damage. You get that cleaned off, because it's a strip of the torque box where I just cut it off. Some of this out surgically. That's what I'm thinking. You won't forget. Something like that. Well, oh my, what did I just draw? Jeez. Oh boy. I did not do that on purpose. I didn't do that shape on purpose. I'm gonna cut it out that way. Place that. Patch this, maybe with a whole nother piece. Let's see how I can get in here and weld now, because I never even got this welded. So I'm gonna grind this off. You don't need to see that because it'll break your eyeballs and lens. And then cut out the shape. She's a little flimsy without the floorboard, without the torque box. That's off. I'll put it back. We'll put it back. Old torque box is gone. Got more cleanup here. This light is flickery or whatever it does to the screen. Get it off. Clean up this. Replace this. Replace that triangle. Not that trapezoid shape. I might try to just, since I'm so good at using all my welding wire, fill all that. Or replate it, I'm not sure. Might just try to do things. And I think we can get that new torque box in here and test fit. Been a minute since I've had to add metal. So, I'm gonna show you how I think I remember how to make these patches. Just kind of rub your finger or anything, something dirty probably. Hammer probably better. There. Peel it off. Hopefully it all comes off as one. You can just transfer that shape to your metal. Cut it out. Hopefully it somewhat fits. You just lay the tape on your piece of metal, sheet metal, cut along your edges there. Won't be right unless you're luckier than me. Your earplugs in too, so your ears don't ring like crazy. Hot, hot. Approximate fit. Let's go see how it did. That'd help. It's 497 degrees. Let's see a little more grinding. Pretty close. Grind, 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 and it's all good. Well, you get the idea. You just keep doing this till it kind of fits in. That's pretty close. Hammer and bend and pry and pull and grind, weld, grind, weld. Threw the other one in there. I think we'll be ready to weld. Fixed. All done with this. I think it's good enough for in here. Probably anywhere else in the body too if you're using filler. Straighten this up, but kind of rebuilt this because it was tore out. All this will be better for that torque box because I think it'll go pretty much right in there. Give it a lot of meat to weld to. Seal all that up, get all this cleaned up anyway, and undercoat it so you'll never see this ever again. Keep welding that in. All right, got some holes filled, and I haven't mentioned my sponsor in a long time, so we'll go to them right now. Cool. So yeah, I got a lot of grinding to do here, just knocking it out a little bit because the torque box again is probably right there. That's why it rusted. That big hole. You can see where it was rusting out everything else. I just went and plugged those, fought the rust holes. I'm sure that's good enough. I think that's gonna be good enough. Put the torque box back in. At least there's some metal there now. I'll have to clean that up a little bit. I'm gonna put the floor in, but that won't affect it. That'll be later. I'm gonna go finish welding that floor support. So here's a comparison. This is what was in it. That's the new one, I think is the driver's side. Somehow, gotta convince this to go in there. So I'm gonna fiddle with that, see if I can get it up in there, because I think I'm gonna have to still do some drilling. Probably put a couple plugs, plug welds in those. I sprayed out the inside with some parts cleaner because it's all greasy. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get some Pour 15 on that since it's pretty much done and I'll never get at it again. At least up in here, I'm thinking. And then Pour 15 in here because I'll never get in there again, and we'll call that good. 2 holes so I can plug weld, because I think once this starts going or being convinced to go, there's no getting it back out to redo things. Okay, update. Torque box, pain in the ass. I had to bend a couple of flanges there, the ones that go in the fender area. I'm trying to snake it up through there. I think I got to trim that off just a little bit to get it by there, and hopefully it'll beat on up in there. We'll see. It's been a battle. Say, I've never done this before. Just keep convincing it. This is the flange I bent. It goes here. Gotta be bent back out. I bent that one in a little bit. Here's a corner I cut because it wouldn't get by that. We're by that. And now we're convincing it to go up there. So convince her. I'll whap you. Don't worry about it. This has got to go like approximately right there. So about that much more of convincing. No idea what's happening up top. Oh, we're getting close. I think I got like an inch or two. 2.54 centimeters if you're a metric guy. It's starting to look legit. Ouch, shifter to the temple. So this looks really good. Like I should have drilled holes there, and I didn't. It's looking decent. But I think it's caught up on the old firewall up in here. Peel that back, and then we're gonna be really close. Man, I didn't drill that out. Maybe we can partially drill it out. Oh, you're looking at the brake. I didn't drill these out like this. And I can still weld it along that joint, but I would like to have a few plug welds, make it look like kind of know what I'm doing. Yeah, and we'll try to get that rustiness out of there because it's binding it up. And it might go in after that. Say it's really close. Gotta keep massaging. I definitely had to peel that out of the way. I think we're up under everything there. Somewhat close there. So we'll take a look at the other side. I think that's what's gonna determine things. It's actually looking pretty good. This is right where it should be. I have to trim a little bit off of that. Somehow we got to bend this back. I had to do that to get it in there. But it should meet up with this. So hopefully convincing it to bend back. Piece in here. That's why we replaced this, so we can weld it to that. Weld, 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 weld. The bottom actually feels pretty good. Oh, that's really close. I put some clamps or some vice grips. Try to hold it in place while we convince this flap to go back. I think that's gonna do it. I think it's in. Good enough, I think. Just have to massage the floor around it. That all feels good. Good. Weld, weld. Cut your wrist open. We can spray bomb it. I didn't realize. Get one of those hosey things that go in there. But I got a little pour 15 in there. I don't know, I think it's good. It's good enough for its 4. Do a little convincing on the top. I think we can tack it in at least. Gotta be more solid. I can definitely see why that makes it more solid. Again, the 65 doesn't even have that. I need to get a picture of it. Maybe I can get a picture and add right here what I did. But I just put a bar, straight bar, welded to there, to here, here to here. Okay, I got this welded. That tacked in. Pretty good. We're gonna go work on the inside so we can get some of that tacked in. There's only about 1,000 places to weld that in. Tacked in up here. Looking good, I hope. Try to get some welds on the bottom and then probably call it and then finish weld tomorrow. And then move on to see if we can recover the floor and what has to be done with the firewall. This side will be close to being done, but we have a torque box, brand new torque box. I can definitely see how it firms it up. Whoever engineered that, good job, because all he had to do is bend, I think those flanges on the back side there that wrap around, make sure that floor is out of the way, or firewall or whatever that is, and then it slips down and kind of up and in from this way. So hopefully the other side goes a lot better. But I think I'm gonna have my son finish tacking all this in there. Nolan's over there welding. And I'm gonna see if I can salvage this piece at least. I'm gonna trim this off a little cleaner. See if I can clean that off and separate them. See if I can salvage this piece. We're starting to get to thinking about putting this back. So I just cut along here, along there. No. Well, kinda. Oh no, it's on the back side. Okay, got issues back here too. Let me see what I'm doing. Reusing junk. That's what I do. 1 has become 2. Clean up these edges. So here's where we're at. We have the torque box in, new frame rail in, definitely stiffened things up already. My son welded everything in, but I was poking around on the interwebs last night, trying to figure out whether the floor goes first or the toe board goes first. I've seen pictures of both ways, but every written way says the toe board goes first on top of this. So I got the floor pan over here kind of cleaned up, but I got to clean up the toe board. I think I'm just gonna, whatever one wants to go first is the way I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try the toe board first, just so we can, I don't know, I got multiple ways. If the floor goes in first, I'd like to seal it or weld it to give it a little more structure. I think I could do that easier. But the toe board goes in, we could seal it all, pour 15 and just leave it. But I don't know, we're just gonna have to see where it goes. We'll just do whatever the metal wants to do. But I'm liking the torque box back in there. Oh, one thing, all the images I was seeing for the torque box, this went under this flange, which I don't see how that would be possible. I mean, it fit perfect onto this floor support. And I'm pretty sure when I broke these spot welds, there was nothing underneath that. It all was layers on top of it, just like it is. This old toe board is going to work. There's a couple holes behind it in the old firewall I'm gonna patch that notch I cut out in the tunnel just from separating everything. That's about where it'll go. We'll have to do some kind of patching here in the corner probably. Gotta clean off some pour 15 again, where I'm gonna weld that in. I think it'll massage in there fine. Got some repairs to do on it where I was cleaning off the old floor pan. Clean all this so we can weld to that nicely. Evil Corp kept me pretty busy today, so I had my son patch up the tunnel. Looking good. Better welder than me. He also patched up those holes, rust holes around there. Looking good. A little crazy over here. There used to be a hole there for a screw. Price is right for the labor, so I can't complain. Pretty good. This is the cut I was talking about. And of course I'm just blowing right through it because it's so thin. That's why a guy keeps all these scraps around. Just gonna go right over it. Weld that in there. Call that good. Okay, I got the tunnel all cleaned up. Got pour 15 all over so it won't weld. That's gonna be fun. I still wanted it sealed, so we'll just have to grind off what we can when we weld in the toe board, which is patched up and covered in pour 15 also. Right there, looking beautiful. It's all covered mostly, but we're gonna reuse it because that's a $100 piece for some reason, and we're not doing that. Nope. I am thinking we can move back a little bit on this side. All my notes. Clean up that welding. I think I'm just gonna cut it again because I think I want to lift it a little bit. That piece to hit the toe board, and it'd probably slip under here. I'm not probably, pretty sure because I've already kind of test fit it. And then we'll figure out whether we want to butt cut that or just seam, stitch, whatever you call it. I don't know, but I think this is all gonna be cleaned up anyway. I think I'm gonna cut that off. That's separated now that we got some strength everywhere else, and see if it's got some up and down ability, because it's still, I think, too high. I mean, it can be forced down, but zip, grind. So that's the line I'm going to follow. I got most of that, but I forgot this isn't going to be easy. Along here on the bottom side, it's welded like that, so I got to go under too. So fun. We have some movement, which might be just enough to get this down to a better place, hopefully. I'm becoming a surgeon with the cutting disc. I did cut through the tunnel, I think, right there, but we can fix that. I think it was the only place. That should give us enough flexibility to do things. This is what I cut off the bottom. So this is like right here on the, like that, on the other side. I think I got a 4th degree shoulder separation. Grind stuff all in my pour 15. I'm sure it's fine. Makes it metallic. I think there should be a hole there for the seat belt somewhere. Not there. Guess I'll just try to clean these up a little bit. Woof. Just use the same pans. Yeah, that would be great. But even if I bought new pans, I think it would have hit right there somewhere. All that would have had to come out anyway. Might as well just use the same ones. Put them in place. I think we're free here, so hopefully letting the pour 15 dry. Still drying. It only takes 17 days. I'm about out of it. And I went and since it's so expensive and I can't afford nothing no more because of this, I went to Walmart and got some Rust-Oleum rust converter. So I'm sure it's fine. All right, I'm gonna take some measurements. Plug welding here, 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 and along the floor support. Also, I'm gonna do some precise measuring to get these spots. Toe board all sealed up, and I actually let it dry. I have the floor pan sealed and actually dried. I let it dry overnight, which is unusual. Still not sure if I should try to fix this now or after the toe board in, which covers part of it, and call that fixed. Then I could just weld that to the toe board. But I'm not sure that's good. I'm sure it doesn't matter. I haven't decided yet. Otherwise the dirt's gonna be hitting the toe board and then wanting to fall in here. Then rust this out, and rust this out, and rust this out, and rust this out, and then we're right back to where we were. It's almost like I'd want to drop that at least down past to there on the backside. That way dirt would have to come up and then in. It'll all be sealed, so I don't know, I haven't decided yet. We'll see. Continue on measuring. I mean, we're getting precise because I use the metric system. I know. Then we're going to drill holes in the toe board. They'll be precisely located, so we'll plug weld. Do the same for this. So I got to drill like 15 holes. There. Is that it? Because I always forget to drill them. That's the measurements I was taking. This is the toe board I salvaged. Just went ahead and sealed that weld line up, that old weld line. Well, there we go. I still got to do that side. I'll do that side probably when it's in there. This stuff dries fast, that seam sealer. I think I better put this in and then transfer the measurements to this. So that's what we're gonna do. So that's really close. If I could get you to move just a little bit. Really close to where it'll be. So now we know where the frame is under it. We get our tape measure again and we measure this. But there is a out sharp, really sharp there. I'll probably get one weld there. We'll do an easy one. Just do things like right there. No, right there. That's perfect. Hole right there. Hole. This is very scientific. Get 'em. I need a metric tape measure that's only metric, so I can only see the English. So what did I say? Gotta be close. Okay, so give me my tape measure. I know it. You're English and this is metric. You just want it. I know. So I'll get a straight line and go here to here and 1, 2, 3. Do like 4 of them. Drill holes. It'll be close. I might even use that. I'm sure that'll hit the frame perfect. Not that lucky. Oh, I did buy some new drill bits though. My 20-year-old drill bits. Started with a new drill bit and then please step it out. Whoa. Hercules, titanium, blue braid, titanium coating. Okay, they gotta work better than my 20-year-old, 21-year-old. Don't ask me how I know that. Drill bits. Oh yeah, those are much better. Yes. All right, we're gonna slip it in here. I got the holes drilled. Get you up here where I can show you things. My brain thinks. I can see through it. Can you see through the holes and the like frame below it? I want to make sure this is down as far as it can go. And by standing on it or getting a jack in here and pressing it down, then we'll know it's down as far as it can go. We might have to massage things up here to allow it to sit, but I want this far down as possible. We're a little off on those two. That's fine. It's just the way it goes. Those all lined up pretty good. Look at that metric system in action. I nailed those green dots and holes. That's why I use it. Just kidding. Take it easy, everybody. Take it easy. Take it easy. I think I'm going to tackle this first before I do the floor. I may be tacking to it. I'm going to do this shape. I think in at least 2 pieces. And Yeah. I don't know why it's shaped like that. It's just the way it works. It's a trapezoid. Okay. Now, of course, me. I could go to Ace and get a sheet of, you know, a little thinner stuff. Have scraps of this. But I was thinking do 2 pieces, this piece and then that piece down there. That's awful thick, as you can hear. And this is pretty thin stuff. Pretty thin, so I have this old light cover thingy. I think I'm going to try to use it. Cut some pieces out and cover the trapezoid. I'd probably like to go down to at least here on the torque box to cover all this, so water comes and just keeps running down instead of in there. Like, I'm pretty sure they had it, but I think I would like to go down to here. Maybe that's enough if we beat on it enough and stretch it. Well, that's what I'm thinking, but unfortunately this stuff is really easy to work with, which usually means bad things. Really seems too thin. Seems to be a little thinner than this one. It would probably be acceptable, but I'm either gonna use the same or thicker. I'm not gonna be that guy. And that's easy to work with. Bend it right in there. Nope, not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Trim this guy up, get him in there, and then work the thick stuff and beat it and stretch it and give up and weld it. Plan, abandon the light fixture stuff. See, it doesn't even stick to it. It wants to stick to the thick stuff. Not with it getting crap kicked at it. It'd probably shoot right through it, right into through there and right into my calf or thigh. We need more protection. No light fixtures in your automobile unless it's industrial. After some cutting, bending, trimming, cutting, bending, trimming, folding, hammering, we created this, the perfect blocker. Something like that. No, I want you to stay. I want you to do things. Something like that. Water hits, goes down instead of in, except for that hole down there. You can't even see that hole down there. There's a hole down there. Oh, a rust hole up there. Found another one. Had a light. Hole in there. Had to fix that. How is the cowl still good? Oh, it's full of mouse, but it's fine. Perfect. We'll see if I can weld it. My son's not here today to outdo me, so I'm just gonna do it myself. Getting her welded in. They're tacked in pretty well, starting to weld. Looks like it's gonna work. Had to tack a ground on because there's no ground available. All right, we're good enough. Starting to figure the welder out a little bit. Okay, but I'm cheap, okay, and I don't want to, I hate blasting all that gas to make nice welds. Anyway, it's in there, much more rigid. 16 gauge steel, it's probably way too much, but I'm gonna grind that off a little bit. I gotta grind that, clean all these welds up, pour 15 it all. I left this kind of just stitched in case water does get behind here. It can find its way out. The torque box goes into about here. So anyway, that'd give it, instead of just sitting in there rotting. Won't see much moisture anyway. I cleaned up the hole up here, but we're gonna worry about that when we worry about that and that and that, because I like to blow all that out, somehow seal that, pour 15, shoot it up in there, rust stuff. But that is above this level and we're not worried about that right now. This area is sealed up, somewhat good. I don't know about Nolan's welds there, but we're gonna live with them. It's pretty good, only a few runs. That's how you know it's done by a person. Some runs, it's fine. It's the way the water's supposed to go, it's just showing the way. So that looks pretty good from in here. Yeah. I just dropped the toe board in here real quick, and it looks like it goes way up kind of high, so I'm definitely gonna seal all this. Maybe not that guy, but I'll be welding somewhere up in here area. But I want to get a lot of sealer in here. All sealed up. So we're ready for the floor, I think, or the toe board. I was gonna show you. That's the stuff I'm using now. Get it at Walmart. Pour 15. It's just too expensive. You can get this for half the price. I've used it on half of the back of the toe board, or front, or something. I can't tell the difference other than it might be initially so far. It might be a little softer, like more rubberized. half the price. Still better than what Ford put on it, which was nothing. Toe board is plug welded in. Sure wish that pedal wasn't there. Pain in the butt. Put some big plug welds in, it's in there. Now he's gonna massage the edges and get them welded in all around. Well, I got most of it buckled down pretty tight. Solid. Just got this corner up here to do, which is not easy. So I think tomorrow I'm gonna take the fresh air vent off because I can't get the hammer technique I'm using to keep it flat. I ain't got room, which I'll be able to show how I'm kind of bang 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 bzz, bang 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 bang, kind of smashing it down and then having the weld hold it. Whew, it's tough welding under here. I sure hope this car doesn't break for some reason because of all this, because there's no repairing all this again. Probably there's a ton of welding in here. I'm sure it wasn't there before. It's never coming apart. I don't know, maybe you can see something. Maybe it's stuck hanging by the GoPro. I was wanting to get the shot of it coming off of here. Of course, it's too rusty to spin by my finger. Got it. Now, in theory, it should fall on my face, but it's not. Oh, that might have fell on your face. I don't know what that was. Whoa. Oh, yeah, she's full of mouse house. She's full of mouse. Whoa, coming at you. Because I gotta limbo out of here. It's so good on the back. Oh, it's dropping. I don't know what you can see, but that's not fresh air. Nope, nope, needed to come out. Wow, just get hooked on everything. Night. Unbelievably, it's pretty good. I can't believe this cow held up so well. But she needs some sealers, definitely. Sorry, I got the strobe light. Should have got the other one. You can see it all needs sealed. Oh, there's that other hole I made. You can see that. I thought it went into the cowl, but it's still in the firewall, I think. I think that's the hole I made. Yeah, I think so. Now we can get at this area better. Seal that up with some more metal, i.e. welds everywhere. So I think I'm just gonna use this foam stuff as the floorboard. Be soundproof, be fine. No, just kidding. It's much easier to lean on though when you're laying against sharp metal everywhere. Now we got all kinds of room. Should have did that earlier. And got the stink out of here better. It really doesn't stink anymore. But that's what we gotta weld up. So let's see if I can get you set up to watch this fight. I wonder if that notch right there was supposed to fit somewhere, like in that notch, but it didn't. That's fine. It's fine. I have a fix for that. Bzz. This little guy works pretty good. Does things pretty well. I'm gonna slow her down a little bit because she's getting after it. It's a horrible sound about earplugs. I got that on eBay for like 30 bucks. I don't know. Wind, it does the things. Cut a cord so its battery never runs out. Works pretty good. I'm liking it. I'm liking it just for this reason. So where it's real close here, we'll zip that. That'll hold it, and we try to imagine that's a hammer. Get that close. Zip it. Get that close. Keep working our way until it. It's my screwdriver scraper. Don't use it as a screwdriver. If we can't get that to fold in there, we'll just seal it. Turn the gas down a little bit because I'm cheap. Cheap, okay? I'm not sure if that's why it's popping or it's just really dirty. There's a lot of, it's tough, okay? But you can see the technique. All right, I think we're just gonna call that good for the toe board. There's 17 pounds of weld in there. Let's goop it. Goop, goop, goop. And then there's this hole. And I have a bunch of this flat steel, I think from the 65 Mustang, where I made some seat extender for the driver's side, and this looks like passenger side that never got made. L channel would probably be better, but I guess I'll cut it somewhat the size so I can tell a little better. Start seeing how the floor pan works, whether I want to go up or above. Maybe this is low. Maybe it'll be good on top. Then the other will sit on it. Don't know. We'll just see. Let the metal talk. We'll do what it says. First time putting this kind of back. Put that in. Yeah. That's a little high. We can see that. Thought it would go a lot further back. That's why I kind of freed this up. I thought I'd have to lift it. But and that feels like a floor support all the way where it's supposed to be. Do we want to do this? Probably. Oh, cool. Look at that. Did you see that? Did you see that? Move it over. Feels that gap over there a lot better. Then there's this gap. We could peel that, lay it. I don't mind putting a joint in there. So a lot of this is going to happen before I make a decision. That's hitting the floor support, which was not happening prior. So that's good. Just got a lot of torquage everywhere else. It's weird, I haven't even welded. Well, I did grind it. Maybe that warped it. I don't know. I'll drill my plugs again here so I can at least verify that it's down. I think that's where we'll start again, and then just weld and beat. But we'll be able to see that a lot better out here because I can actually work. You take a steering wheel off. It just bangs my welding helmet every 2 minutes. I can't see it. Transfer probably the holes again. Drill this out. Don't need to see that again. Hercules drill bits are pretty nice. But we just need to verify that this is down, not wireless like it was before. Then we can do a comparison maybe. Like I can already see. I don't know if you can see over there in the dark. Let me get you a flashlight. Where did it go? See how low? I don't know if you can see it as good as me. It's just the elevation difference. How much lower this pan is than that one. That one's wireless over there. We don't want wireless, okay? It's in. Just kidding. I think that's where I want it though. I got it held down with the rod there, that corner. So it's close. And that gap will weld fine. I got it kind of marked all around where I need to grind off the 415 again for the 17th time. It's pretty tight over here. I like that. Let's go underneath and look. You can see that. Let me get a pointing device. This is the toe board. This is our floor pan. So I need to put some holes in it so I can plug well to the frame rail, which, hey, it's hitting the frame rail, yay. I think we can push things down, stand on it. Just not sure what to do with the back half. That half. I should probably just cut it, but no, that's probably not what I'll do. Probably the proper thing would be to just run the disc down that way you'd have the same joint. Have one joint, or I could weld it along this joint to this, and then from underneath to this, and have that kind of double jointed, double welded band of double jointedness stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just a butt joint. Butt joint would look nice. I don't care what it looks like. I just care it's hitting things. Try to get some marks on there. About there. There. Get it out, grind it out, put it back, figure out it won't work, and then make it work. Like I said, I'd probably change my mind. Looks so good. Looks good. Gotta fix this flange. It's bent down a little bit. Looks good. Man, that would work. Dag nabbit. Oh, look at that gaps. Definitely knew that needs some tension bent. Man, I think I would like it tighter against the tunnel. Kind of like that. It's not over there, which means all this niceness is gonna go away if I shift it. Like, I wonder if it was originally supposed to be touching this transmission support. Gotta look that up. By that I mean look at Google. This looks decent, that looks decent, and then it goes wonky, and I don't even know if I've looked over here. It's dirty and gross. Oh yeah, there's a gap there. So this is our toe board. So that needs to come down probably. That corner. I just don't like that gap there. That gap I don't like. I don't like wireless stuff. Alright, that's update. The update is I have no idea what I'm doing. Took it back out. No, it wasn't in there. For real. I did a Google search on this transmission cross member. About 1.6 seconds worth. It's debatable whether people put these back, but I think it should be in contact, because looking here, those two spots, I don't know if you saw it, these two spots are spot welds. 4 maybe. So I believe I am going to try and make contact everywhere and try to get that other piece of the floor pan that's sitting here better. It was really gapped, almost finger width right there. So I think we need to get it closer to the tunnel, tied into here, tied into here, tied into here, here. Ignore the gold line. We'll have to find a different color, and then probably have to go with find some kind of brace, L bracket, or my straight bar or straight flat bar in here to bend this gap. But I think we need it over that way. Attach that. That'll get this down. This will hunker down. That's what we're gonna do, because I want it that way and down. I don't want it wireless. I want old-fashioned connectivity, wired. All right, updates. It's this curve that's terrible in the pan. It's just not very tight. Doesn't go down. It's just curvy. But anyway, I was using this to push down. Okay, kind of like that. Holds that down. So we're gonna go under. So I got a bigger rod up to the corner, up in there, jammed up in there, and we can beat it down probably a little bit more. But I think this is going to work. This up here, but we can deal with this. Oh, and then there's this huge gap now. Dag nabbit. But I'd rather have it tight there and then just band that with this guy again. Which I think that'll span the gap. That's really thick steel. I think this is how it's gonna go. Or under here for the 14th time. This looks probably acceptable now. I'll try to convince that flange up. This is not great, but better. Well, I don't know what that flange is doing. You can probably see it better than me, but I'll try to convince it up and that up. I think we'll call that good. This would be a lot easier if I had a lift. As you can see, it's getting closer. Shape that into there. Bzz, 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 bzz. I think it'll be better, so I'm going to beat those flanges in so you don't have to hear that without the camera. Then I think I'll drill like a hole through the pan here, so I know where these flanges are. I pounded and made some things nice under there, but I'm really not concerned about that, because when I pull the motor and transmission, get this on jacks, we'll worry about the bottom welding, unless we can get at it easy. But I'm not welding on my back upside down. I have these bars wedged in there, holding the metal right where I want it. And I'm afraid to move them. I was wanting to do a little bit of sealing there. You know, makes it easier to grind, but I'm afraid to move it. I'm do the right thing and leave it all in here. Sand around that, and try to get some welds in there to hold that. Oh yeah, another reason I wanted to pull it was to drill holes, but I do have this little devil. I got a bunch of these from the old car, the other 65. These are to drill the spot welds out. So it's just a hole saw is all it is. I'm thinking, if we just use those, why the metal's in place? Terrible idea. There is some pressure on this one specifically. So if I get that sanded out, if I can get some welds in there, maybe it'll stay. Or it'll, I don't know, there's some tension in this bad boy. And then there's that gap, it's fine. Boy. If this works, Wow, just drill a hole first. No, quit walking everywhere. We can't even see, probably. Wow, drill a hole. That wasn't good. What, did I miss it? Well, I don't even see the hole. Where's that going? Inside of it. I'm gonna drill holes up from the bottom so I can find this thing without putting 14 more issues in this thing. Oh yeah. Yeah, we missed. Hit. Perfect. Hit. See if the hole saw works. Boom. Did it work? Boom. That'll work. We got holes. Now we're ready to weld, hopefully. And the guy smashed things. When I release this, it's gonna go pop, 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 boing. Let me get set up, see if I can smash things. We'll let that cool down a little bit. Remember, pop, 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 pop. No, it's not gonna do that. Alright, we're gonna give this a try. Do a little more lightage. Whoa, where are you going? Don't do that yet. Oh, you're gonna miss it. You only have 1%. Can we get this? Oh, come on. Oh, come on. It's holding. Burning holes through it. All right, the bar is gone. They're holding for now. Got most of this welded in. Looks good, except for the gap of greatness here. I think I'm going to use this rigid flat bar because it's rigid and flat. That way we take some of the waves out and it's flat. Still debating on what to do with this back end. I guess it's fine where it is. I think I'm just gonna start working this in and down and flush and just weld that. Get this all welded in, then worry about this gap. Well, it doesn't go there. Something like that. Oh, argon gas, argon gas, argon gas. Not argon, flux core, flux core, flux core. I don't know. Darn gas puts down so much metal. And I mean, it's fine if you know what you're doing, but I don't know what I'm doing. I just like the way I use less heat, less wire speed, and it lays flatter most of the time. Trying different techniques every other buzz. I like the cleanness of the argon gas. This gets really dirty. That's fine. Dirty everywhere. I'm about halfway through that gas bottle and I'm just like, it just seems like it's putting down so much metal. So I'm gonna switch it up before I'm out of gas. And so I can do a comparison. I don't know, I like the flux core, for me anyway. I don't mind stopping and cleaning. So that's where we're at. We're gonna keep on, hopefully get this done today. Butt it up to here done. And then we might start on the other side. And try to do, the plan is floor supports, frame if needed, torque box, toe board, that in one video. And then I probably won't show most of that unless something weird comes up over there. But I don't think the frame support or the floor support will need replaced, just patched a little. But we'll see once I get all the floor cut out. And I'll definitely show that. So anyway, back to this. Try to get this in. I'm just gonna do it because I'm tired of thinking about it. Try to get some sealer down in there, I guess. I don't know. That joint all welded, well, for the most part, up to here. And I forgot I needed the seal kind of under there. I'm gonna be putting that back. So I just sprayed rust reformer. Converts rust to protectable paintable surface. Whatever. It's better than nothing. The Pour 15 substitute, Rust-Oleum. Leave that to dry, like you should. Move over to here and see if I can patch this up. Oh, right there. Right there, I guess. Let me turn the fan off. It's like 190 degrees today. So I do have the fans running in here a lot in the summer. I like my garage because it somewhat air conditioned. There'd be no other way to work in Kansas if you didn't. It's too hot. Summer, I mean, it's cooking today. We got most of this. We got a little more tacking to do here. I haven't got that finished. The gapness somewhat filled into it, and he's welded more. But it's solid. Looking better. I guess I'll try to show you the technique I used to get that in there, which involved a long pipe. One of my sons. So I wedged it in the door. Then had him close the door, which then pushed that metal in while I welded it. It held, but we gotta finish a lot more finished welding, and we'll probably have to do this. I'm the only one here today. Of course, they're gone for the weekend. I can kind of see it work. You can see how it's pushing the metal in with the door lever bar method. There's a hole there that almost looks normal. I guess we'll leave that. I don't think that's a rust hole. Somewhere the seat riser goes somewhere in here. So I want this somewhat nice. Doesn't have to be great because nothing's great in here no more, but it's better. Massaging. I got the fans back on too because again we are flux coring. It's dirty. Flux core is dirty. It's fine. I like it. Dirty. Nope. I mean I like flux core. Oh boy. Try to chase holes. We have a floor pan. At least almost all welded in. It's all hammered in nice. Just gotta finish welding it all up where I'm happy with it. Grind it down a little bit. Throw some carpet in it and we can drive it. No. Still got bad things back there. Bad things over there. I got to plug weld that to the cross member for the transmission, so I need to drill some holes over there. I wrote some notes. I'll forget. I need to get that plug welded down. And then weld it up, grind it off, clean it, seal it. We're out of here. Over to the other side. So I went under, drilled a couple holes, so I kind of know where the support member is. Should be right there. There. I don't know, try to get a couple. It's not, there's a little bit of a gap. You'll see that in a minute. You can see where it's off a little lot. It's fine. I blame that on the stamping. Should I dry this? Should I do this? Probably not. Am I going to do this? Probably. See how far we are. Maybe. I can see what you're looking at. Come on, screen, turn on. I know, I got strobe lights on. That's the way it's gonna be. So you can see the gappage. Can we fix the gappage? Yes, we can. Yeah, that'll work. Probably raise that one. Let's do that one. Oh, it'll hold. It's not going anywhere. Just looking for more support. Where'd my ground wire go? I moved the ground wire from like right here over to here because I thought it was getting too far. Now we're back over here, so it's fine. I think we'll call 2 good. And when we get the engine and motor pulled, or the transmission pulled, we can work on that bottom side, maybe hitting some stitches along the joint, but I don't know. I don't feel like stretching that too much more. There'll be some stuff here, a little bitty hole here, back here on the other end. Floor support, torque box, floor or toe extension, floor pan, all installed. I don't even think I'm gonna grind anything. I'm just gonna leave it. We'll paint it, probably undercoat it, or I guess in this case overcoat it. I don't know. And then no, I think we'll paint it, seal it with some seam sealer on everything, and then undercoat it to seal it up. But that'll be a bit. I think it's good enough for now. I did go ahead and put 4 plugs on that, so we are tied in here to the floor support, tied into the rail, and I call it the front rail, boxed in underneath the torque boxes there. Now we will have a bunch of welding to do on the bottom side sometime. The old tunnel edge, which is somewhere in this area underneath. I'm gonna wait till I get the transmission and motor out, then we can get it up on the quick lifts, quick jacks, get a little higher so we can get under it easier. Determine what we're gonna do, whether we're gonna trim it off close to this or just weld it. Probably a lot of trimming and welding underneath. She's in, she's solid, much better. This is a car in the garage. I gotta get it this way in the garage. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. It'll never work. You know, I'll have to open the garage door, lose all my air conditioning. I think it looks good. Much better. Feel much better about it. Moving on to the next side. Now, the next side I'm not going to show near as much until I get it peeled open, and I'll show you the floor support issues. I might get some initial shots underneath to show the gappage over there, but it's a little better condition over there, but there's still no torque box. So I gotta get that ready, but I'm hoping I don't have to do the floor support. So we'll see. I'm gonna get her spun around so we can get it that side easier, like we're right here, but over there. You know what I mean. Well, I didn't spin it around because that probably wouldn't have worked. So I did the right thing and just shoved it over to the other side. It's brilliant. Brilliant. So yeah, now we got this spot for one of the other old girls. If it's raining out or something, tornado coming. So you shouldn't be able to reach in the floor support like that. So I think the only place it's connected to is right here. The toe board. Again, that deleted torque box. This is really deleted. All I can see is a little bit of a flange here. Maybe that's better. I don't know. Maybe it only had a torque box on the other side. But this is the first view I got of the car when I seen it, and I knew the other side was blown out. The other, I could see the rot over there on that floor, on that rail. So that's what we replaced. All that. The only rot I see is like right here. Just a couple bubbles and probably there. I don't know, we'll have to see how bad that is. Because this seems fine. It seems fine. Other than where it's been jacked on 14 times. Torque box is just not even, the backside's not even on this one. Huh. Either on the fender, I'm just going to take it off again, this side, or I'm just going to start cutting welds and floor pans and toe extensions. Still in good shape, so they worked over there. You can see how much I lowered it there. That's a good shot at how much lower even the back is than it was. Well, no, I did trim some of this, so that's not true. Go on in here and look. There's that hole I was chasing, I think. Or is that it? No, that's it up there. Woo, when you see that? Look at that hole I was chasing. Really thin. A good penetration though on that. That's the one I patched. I was not going to chase that hole. Oh, there's that little pluggy thing. I guess it's for a brake line. There's a seatbelt hole that's not in that, so we gotta drill that out, but it's still there. I'm probably gonna end up welding once we can get under here a little easier, this joint. But it works, salvaging them. Some rear torque box work to do. But we're getting to know the old girl. She's cooperating so far. One side's probably always easier than the other, and hopefully that was the hard side. It'll definitely be easier to fix all this with all this drivetrain out of here someday. How does my transmission mount hit? Yeah, I think I hit it. That was the plug welds down to this transmission mount that I wanted to make a connection to with the floor pan. So then there's some inner rocker panels we're gonna have to patch. Can you see anything in the dark there? No. Why don't you look this way? Should look this way. You see a little bit of rock going on. Hopefully we can fix all that. There's a piece of the rocker. It's not there no more. All right, enough laying around. If anything comes up, I'll bring it back because this is gonna be exactly like the other side. Fender is off, splash guard's out. Front valence I went in and took off, bumper off. Some more of the front trim. This one Let me get a flat. I don't want to show you this good stuff till a minute for now. This one, oh, you can kind of see, but this one doesn't even have a torque box of any remnants. It's interesting. I wonder how long it's been like that. Just don't know. Makes me think it's been there a while like that. And I'm wondering if that's what's caused these issues here. It's just kind of the flexing. But it's not there, so I don't have to remove it. That's good. Let's go take a peek under here one more time. And you kind of see, looks to me like the main rod is here and here. And I was hoping, and I'm still hoping it's not part of that, but it probably is. So let's go look inside. I haven't disturbed it at all. So the fender and then the floorboard is out and separated. You learn stuff when you do it twice. So let's go look. Let's go look. There's some stuff in there. I guess that's the old floorboard? I don't know. Why wasn't it cleaned out of there when this was removed? There's a lot less toe board. Again, that's all that's left of the torque box is that one there. Everything else is pretty cleaned up. Got a little bit of rottage in the inner rocker. This is the good stuff. What is all this? Some kind of rubbery stuff. Think. What is all that? I don't know. A lot of sand. It is a beach car. Got a lot of beaches in Kansas. It's like archaeology stuff. What are we gonna find? The bottom of this doesn't look terrible. The bottom looks pretty good. Other than it's all bent up. Going in. Well, there's some mouse. A little bit of mouse. And there's just a ton of sand. Dune buggy or what? There is some rot there. A little bit. It's worked its way through. It's not terrible. Questions. The questions. What do I do? I have a new one of these. Do I disturb the force and replace it? Or just patch that? But I don't think I can patch that properly without getting that off. Anywho, the other one came right off because it basically wasn't there. I just ripped it off. This one's got a little more meat on the bone. Let me get out all the crap out from under you in the rail. It's floor support. I'll dump it out. We can make a pile and see how much stuff was in there. And then we'll go down and see if we can jam something up through the bottom. Get that swept up. So that was all that was in there. I'm pretty sure we have to be approaching the, oh no, we still have the rockers. So we're probably about 95% mouse free. I bet the rockers are just full of it. Front of the car's getting better. All right, we have some archaeology tools. Pretty solid. I wonder if I could poke a hole. Tetanus. I think we might have a hole now. Let's see. Oh yeah, we have holage now. That's what I thought. She has issues, and I have a brand new one of these. What's that stuff? Can you see that? Some rust in there. Maybe we'll grind that out or run the disc in there. Clean all that out too. Some sealer in there because that will just keep eating. But I don't think it should do that. I have a new one, and there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 spot welds on this side. Another 10 on that side. Ooh boy. I'll probably do the right thing and no, I'll replace it. That one looks so good over there. And again, that newer one was taller, and that torque box fit right on it perfect. So my luck, I'd leave this, patch this, and then the torque box would be all goofy. But I can't. That's just gonna keep eating. Keep eating unless you cleared it all out. Oh, there's even spot welds on the bottom. Getting this off is not going to be easy. Hopefully we can peel this off and then just replace this bottom. She might have one in her, one more. She's wearing down. Or my drill's gonna die. Well, that's not good. I think my drill died. Okay, we're not using that. Oh yeah, she's letting the smoke out. She's smoking. Well, the old 40-year-old Black & Decker did not last that. Let me get my wireless, aka cordless drills set up. Try this again. Okay, we drilled the pilot hole. Now we just gotta drill out the spot weld. There it goes. Oh, that went through. We'll do both layers. So there you can see it. Got most of it. Doesn't get all the spot weld. It gets most of it. And then you gotta condense it to go the rest of the way. There it popped. Heard it even pop. So that's one. Well, that's the process. Do that 1, 2, 3, probably 33 more times. And then you got a decent surface lift. So just grinding through it. That's probably faster though. Multiple ways to skin a cat. It's just a one. 10 over there on the side, they drilled out or broke real easy. And then so looking in here, get some of that out of the way. So the driver's side, I boxed this thing in because I had cut it off. I cut the whole bottom off of that. That is actually just wrapped there, and this is separate. That tells you how important that floor support is, because that's what bound these two together. I still have one piece of, I guess this, what I boxed, which will replace the bottom. Enough for that. And it's about that wide. I guess a little wider. This piece of scrap. As you can tell, it says scrap. How do we want to rebuild this? I'd rather have that attached to each other than this attached to it. Instead of that crease there. Why is it not boxed? Interesting. Just an update. Should I just cut that off? I'm probably going to replace it anyway. Or should I only patch, you know, like up to here to retain some of this? I don't know. We'll just do what we do. Let the metal tell us. That's all I can say. Update 0.4946. We have rust. So this is where I thought it'd be boxed in. I thought this was all one thing, one box, but it's not. Strange, but I still think there's enough meat on the bone. That's fine. Let's clean all that rust off. But the bottom's gonna have to be replaced, which is what I expected. I was originally just hoping I could cut out both of those and put them together, which I probably could have, but I would sure like to have that attached. I don't know why. Seems like it'd be better. Oh yeah, there's all the spot welds. 10 on that 10 and 10. Woofda. Got 10 more to go. That's some Swiss cheese. Went ahead and cut the bottom out of the frame rail. Put that in, weld it. Just showing you what I did. A little thin there. Got the bottom welded in. I went in, boxed it in. I connected both sides. So I got a little more welding to do on that. And we'll clean off that old remnants of something, all that remnants. Okay, quick update. We have the new floor pan support in. I learned my lesson of not sealing prior. So probably gonna clean up a little more, even over there. Well, I got the sealer out so I can seal it all at once instead of doing it 4 times because I did it too early. Then ground it off and then welded it off and then did stuff. But went in, no issues. The bottom's in, welded, boxed that all in. It does seem a little higher over here compared to the other side, but that doesn't mean anything. I'm sitting on the unsupported floor pan too. So it should be just about right. Yeah, it's passenger over here. They got no pedals. This can go wherever. And we're cooking. Cooking. Well, I'm cooked. Woof to me. Got that sealed in there. Holes on the inside of the rocker are all patched and kind of sealed. But boy, this rocker panel, it's not slipping in like the other one. She's a little tighter. This could be the rocker panel, or it could be the torque box. Torque box not slipping in. I think I say rocker panel. I don't know. It's been, anyway, I had to massage the flange a little bit. I got the floor jack. She's wanting to go. She is tight. A few more. So let's see. I'll set you up and watch me struggle. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. That's fine. It's fine. Okay. I am putting my welding gloves on though, because there's sharp edges everywhere, and I like my hands somewhat intact. I tried. Oh, sorry. Tried going right here up and in, didn't work. Try going here. Well, that might have been a result. I think that was here. Wouldn't go. And that is where I slipped the other one right in, but this one's just tighter. It's just tighter. You can actually see here how tight it is. It's kind of convincing itself in, and I had to convince that, and then the flanges on the back I had to convince. So I don't know. That's what hammers are for. She's wanting to go. And I have the fan off so you can hear her or something. Ooh, it's hot. Okay, tired. Let's use our hydraulic forcer. The help, oh, it's close. I need to go. Yay, I think that was it. One torque box in. Whoo! That didn't go so easy. But she went. That's the route I went with it. Sure, it's not right. Again, once on the web I was seeing, this flange went under. But I don't see how you could do it. I don't know. I don't know that it matters. It's in. Just got a lot of hammer work, dolly work, straighten all that back out and put it back together. Getting closer. All right, we got floorboards. They're all back in. We have new floor supports both sides, new torque boxes both sides. Salvaged all the old floorboards. This one has some more welding to do, but I just got it in. Firewall looks better. So that's pretty much gonna be a wrap on this video. Floor supports, torque boxes, salvaging these old floorboards. They're not really that old, but they were just installed a little incorrectly. As you can see here, this one lowered. It was attached in this area. Then I lowered it down to here. Pretty good, it looks similar. That one got lowered too, but they're definitely tacked in there pretty good. So this one was a bad one. This corner wanted to go that way. But we got her in. We got her in. I'm gonna start on the rear floorboards. Let me get turned around here. So I think I'm gonna leave these in here, clean up all these welds the best I can, re-weld them all in everywhere, fix probably these spots the best I can. That spot. This side's pretty good, other than the welds need redone. But that's where it'll be. Looks like Frankenstein. It's fine. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. This, I'll probably start over here on the passenger side because there's this. And don't want to get too hard first, because then there's this. Other than that, it's fine. I actually re-welded most of this guy, but I actually cut it. I'm gonna see how we can do grinding that out a little bit, smoothing them out. But that'll be this next video. I'm gonna get started on it pretty quick because I'm gonna try again get these welds cleaned up, the seat risers in. That'll give it some more stability. There's still some remnants of it, so we kind of know where they go. And also, if we have time, if the video's not getting too long, put in subframe connectors to the new floor supports back to here on the leaf springs. So I have subframe connectors. That'll give it, this car's gonna be solid from here to there. And then we'll probably do the, after that video, we'll probably do the rear spring perches and the frame rail because they're starting to rot out. And I have the pieces to replace those. I've actually done that on my 65 before, so it should go perfect. Like, I know what I'm doing. No, that's gonna be a wrap for this one. I'm just probably gonna leave this tacked in till we get all this going. I'll seal that better. And then some other videos, some month away from years from now, we still have the bottom to deal with under the car because there's a lip from the old tunnel out there on everything that needs cleaned. These are pretty good. I cut these out, but these are pretty gnarly. I don't know. I'll probably cut them out and then just push it up and re-weld. But I'm gonna do that without the transmission and engine in there, so that'll have to be pulled first because they'll give me better access. Get ahead of myself, but this all went good. Feel much better about when I first got this. I was afraid to jack it up even. Something's gonna fold, but I don't think it's going anywhere now. These torque boxes really make a difference. So, see you in the next one.